Oh, we're back, baby. Welcome into WFRV Plus Sports Night. Kyle Malzahn, joined by the one, the only Carson Fowler, everybody. Carson.
Just put the clapping sound effect on.
Yeah.
Nice.
How was your Christmas?
It was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Spent some time with the family, grandparents, brother, sister up at the grandparents' lake house in Door County. It was awesome. Magical.
Amazing.
How about you?
It was great, man. Went back and forth a few times to Fond du Lac, which, look, the weather was beautiful. Great roads. Like, it was fine. Spent some really good quality time with my wife, which was really nice. We played this really cool magnet game, which is really fun.
You were telling me about this, yeah.
So had some fun games, saw the nephew, saw the nieces. Like, life's good, bro.
You also got a really nice Lambeau Field crew neck, from what I understand.
I did, yeah.
Shout out Bailey Malzahn, man.
Yeah, man. The wife spoiled me, or maybe it was Santa, but
Could have been Santa.
could have been Santa. All right, where do you want to start here? Obviously, look, I mean, that Packer game was just brutal. Just brutal.
Yeah.
Like, this team had they had some fight, thankfully, because of Malik Willis. But, like, bro, on defense, it's as bad as you can get.
Kyle, what do you always say?
What do I say?
Porch puppies. They didn't get off the porch.
Nah, those porch puppies.
Those were not
on the
big
porch.
dogs.
No, they were not.
There was just no energy, no fight.
Yeah.
Just did not come with any sort of thought that they were going to win that game from the get-go.
The fact that you knew that Derrick Henry was just going to, like, run it and he was going to do it until somebody could stop him, it was pathetic.
I think we knew after that first drive.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
my
it
God.
was I want to say an 8 or a 10 play drive, and they ran it for the majority, and they were getting yards in chunks, man.
If I remember the stat right, when the Baltimore Ravens were up 17-7, so they had a 10-point lead in the second quarter, they ran 30 and some change plays to the Packers 6.
Wow.
Yeah, that's talking
What,
about
because that first drive was 2 plays, then it was a turnover, and then the 3 and out?
Yeah. I mean, a little skewed there, but nonetheless, like, that kind of set the tone of how this ball game was going to go. And now this team's in a really bad spot. I don't know if
I would say vulnerable, because now teams know what they can do against this defense that is just filled with holes, like everywhere.
I mean, the reality is their run stopper, Devontae Wyatt's injured. They're the second best, pass rusher in the league is injured. Like, those are real things. Yeah. A lot of people can say excuses, but those are real things that this defense will have to figure out.
Yeah, there's so much coach talk, like, oh, next man up, guys are gonna get opportunities, yada yada yada. But it's just hard to replace Micah Parsons. It's hard to replace Devontae Wyatt. It's hard. It's hard to replace the guys that have even just missed a couple snaps. Colby Wooden has missed some time. I mean, it's just like, at some point, who else do you go to? You're going to bring in Jonathan Ford to clog up the run?
But I go back to this. Have some pride. Some pride.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry had the most rushing yards in Lambeau Field history as an opposing back.
Yeah.
After
216.
After 2 years ago, we were singing the praises, or singing that we wish that, that Packers fans wish Joe Barry got fired after he let Baker Mayfield walk into Lambeau Field and become the first quarterback in NFL history to have a perfect passer rating. And we all sing Jeff Hafley's praises. His unit right now is pretty bad, Carson. What were the stats you pulled up?
Oh man, God, I should have played that out for us, but I've got it up here. So in the 13 games that Micah Parsons played, and I am not including the Denver game. So the 13 games prior to that, full games, 34 sacks, 61 tackles for loss, and 84 quarterback hits / pressures.
The whole defense.
The entire defense in 13 games, which those stats are pretty impressive, and the Packers were amongst the best teams in the NFL at getting the quarterback.
Yeah.
In the 3 games without Micah Parsons, and this is including the Denver game, big fat 0 sacks.
Inexcusable.
7 tackles for loss, and 11 quarterback hits. That's so bad. That is, and it goes one step further, because it's not just felt in the trenches. No, this is felt everywhere. This is the Micah Parsons effect that we talked about when the season started. The Packers, in these 3 games against Denver, Baltimore, and Chicago, averaging 400 yards of offense against them, a little more than that actually, and a little more than 32 points per game. That would be 32nd and 32nd in the NFL.
Where's this talk about the 25-point threshold? Remember that? Was it 25 or was it 20?
I think it was 20. Go
Bro.
get me 20 points.
I don't know, man. I think I hate to be the Debbie Downer.
Now, granted, those stats are a little skewed because they did play a very good game in Chicago.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
you
matter.
lost.
You still lost.
Yeah, and you found a way to lose that game.
Yeah. Good
which
point.
is even
Good
worse.
point. Those stats are so crazy.
I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but I think it would take a Christmas and New Year miracle for this football team to come out on the other side of it.
I mean, we need Jordan Love to start looking a little more like Aaron Rodgers from 2011 is what we need.
We need Jordan Love on the back half of 2023. Jordan Love.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only way that this team can win ball games now because it was great complimentary football in that later stretch, that 4-game winning streak. I mean, when they were 9-3-1, they were up 23-14 in Denver. You and I looked at each other sports office, and I was like, wow, this team might go to the Super Bowl.
They had the ball back up 10 points. Up 10 points in the third quarter. I said, dude, if they can score here, I think this is over. And
we had talked about how good this Denver defense was.
Yeah.
And they were gashing them.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs playing on basically one knee, was running all over the place. Defense was getting stops.
I think that third quarter
was that the worst 15 minutes in Green Bay football history?
I don't know, 15-minute history, because the 2014 NFC Championship game was the worst 14 minutes.
Fair.
But I will say
it's up there though.
But I will say this: that third quarter in Denver is going to haunt Packers fans.
Yeah.
If this team can't find a way to rally and Matt LaFleur can't find a way to get his team out of the dumps, that third quarter is going to haunt the Packers and its fans for about 6 or 7 months in Green Bay.
Yeah.
You lost Christian Watson, and after that, he came back later in the year. But after that, it was a trickle-down effect. You were riding the highs of the highs, but guess what? The games aren't won after 3 quarters. You got to play a full 4. You'll got to play a full 4 quarters of 50, not 58 minutes like we saw in Chicago, full 60.
Yeah.
And now the Packers are in this situation. They're 9-6-1 after 9-3-1. I don't know. Like I said, I hate to be the Debbie Downer. I think it would take a miracle for this team to figure itself out.
What is that miracle, though? Like, what has to happen for them to make a Super Bowl run? Is it Jordan Love? Is it the defense just flipping a switch? Is it all of it?
Starts with the defense. I have confidence in the offense.
Yeah.
I have confidence
for
in
sure.
that. I have zero confidence in the defense.
Yeah.
When I see Rashawn Gary's had no sacks since October 30th, like the Major League Baseball season was still going on the last time Rashawn Gary hit a quarterback.
That was a bar. That's insane.
Shohei Ohtani was hitting home runs still.
So I when I was researching these stats for this package I put together for your show, there was an article written by the Acme Packing Company. It's like the Packers SB Nation site.
Yeah.
I didn't go into it, but I want to look at it after the break because it was something like, for how many snaps Rashawn Gary has been on the field per dollar, he's like the highest paid player in the NFL per snap to not get a sack. It's like this insane stat that some kid from some data analytics program figured out, but it's literally like, how the heck is he playing this bad with how much he's getting paid?
And he's getting paid that much
He's
and
the
barely
second highest paid player on the team.
and barely playing. He's
Was it
barely
30,
playing.
34?
He's getting outsnapped by Lucas Van Ness.
Yeah.
He's getting outsnapped by Kingsley and Igbari. Like, you take it a step further, he's getting paid $25 million. And I was super high on Rashawn Gary.
I think a lot of people were.
I was super high back 3-4 years ago. I even tweeted this out. When I saw him in training camp 2-3 years ago, I said he could probably win Defensive Player of the Year. He looked that good. He was coming off a great season. He had 7.5 sacks, I believe, in the first 8 weeks of the season.
Oh, yeah. He was leading the NFL in sacks.
Big 0 cents.
Yeah.
You pay a guy $25 million to do that? That can't happen on this football team.
Well, you know why? It's because now he's going up against every team's best tackle.
Yeah, that plays a big part in it.
But granted,
even before then.
Yeah, you make a good point because they're in the stretch, the 4-game stretch that Micah Parsons was here, wasn't getting
Here's
sacks.
the thing with Rashawn Gary, and we can stop beating a dead horse at this point.
Fair.
But ever since he tore his ACL, he just hasn't been the same player. Like, the Packers paid him before he tore his ACL. And ever since then, he doesn't have the motor of some of these guys. And it drives me bonkers, Carson. It drives me up a wall. When you see Micah Parsons in the backfield, or even Kingsley Enagbare now, they give maximum 100% effort. If they're behind or trailing a quarterback, they are playing to the whistle.
Oh, 100%.
If you watch Rashawn Gary's tape, he does not play to the whistle.
No.
And reporters asked Matt LaFleur after the game, like, do you need more for him? He didn't throw his player under the bus, but he said, yeah, we need more. Like, we need more.
It was so clear how badly he wanted to say that.
Yeah.
He was like, we need more from everyone.
Yeah.
Like he stuttered 100%. And I totally agree with you.
Yeah. I don't know what I think Rashawn Gary's numbers or days are numbered at this point. And maybe
I just think it's so corny when it's like you take it upon yourself to like have this meeting and like be like, we're gonna make changes, we're gonna be just fine. And it's like you're not the guy stepping up.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna big dog everyone and be this next man up mentality and whatever, we're gonna be fine with that Micah Parsons. Dude, put it on tape, bro.
You want to know what
put
was
it
on
tape?
You want to know what was on tape on Saturday?
Nothing. Zero sacks, zero tackles for loss.
But a backup wide receiver was
Oh my
dog
God.
walking Rashawn Gary.
Dude, Devontae Walker, ask me how much less he weighs than Rashawn Gary.
I actually have no idea.
Kyle, I would bet that Devontae Walker blocking Rashawn Gary would be like me blocking you. That's the difference.
Is that a compliment?
Devontae Walker weighs 70 pounds less than Rashawn Gary.
I gotta start hitting the gym, man. I gotta shed a few pounds.
Yeah, no, that was so bad. Also,
yeah, man.
and I want to get your opinion on this.
Should we hit break first?
Good call.
All right.
Actually, I was gonna beat a dead horse, and we've talked enough about Rashawn.
All right,
It's all good.
let's go to break. All right, you're watching Sports Night, guys. Welcome back into WFRV Plus Sports Night, Carson. I want to start here, man. I want to start here.
Where are we starting? Where are we starting?
The conversation is going to get loud. It's going to get very loud if the Green Bay Packers can't get out of this rut. 3-game losing streak, 1 year left on Matt LaFleur's deal. I don't know what way ad policy is going to go.
So here's what I'm thinking, right? I think, and we've talked about this, and you also reiterated this fact that I know that I agree with this.
Mhm.
If Matt LaFleur were to get fired,
Yes.
he would be a head coach somewhere else this offseason.
No doubt.
No doubt, maybe the Tennessee Titans
Mhm.
or a number of other teams.
Mm-hmm.
Who would the Packers go and get that would be available with significant head coaching experience and success in the offseason if they fired Matt LaFleur? Tell me.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Please.
Nobody knew who Matt LaFleur was when they hired him.
Oh, for sure.
He had
But
no head coaching.
He did lead one of the best offenses in the NFL
Fair.
that had Derrick Henry.
But he had no head coaching experience.
True.
There could be somebody who brains that make these decisions who are a lot smarter than you and I, who could find somebody on a staff.
But I'm not sure if they would do that again.
It worked out for the most part. Like Matt LaFleur's, he is so smart, right?
100%.
I just think sometimes you get hired in the NFL to get fired. Like it's a brutal business.
Yeah.
Not
There are very few that leave on their own terms.
exactly, Carson. There are very few that leave on their own terms. And it's a part of the job. Sometimes I just think things have run a course. And I think this is very much entitled town talk right here because he has done so many good things. He's only missed the playoffs once in his 7 years, 6 out of the 7 years.
Yeah, for sure.
But the reality is he hasn't won a lot of postseason games. 3-5, I believe. 3-5. Made it to 2 NFC championships, has been first round exits the last, I shouldn't say that. He's been a 7 seed the last 3 seasons and missed the postseason in 2022. And if it wasn't for the change in the NFL of getting the 7 seed in the NFC, they would have
made the playoffs.
They wouldn't have made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what Cam said on GBN the other day.
This stretch run right here, the last regular season game and the playoffs.
It's so hard to really grade Matt LaFleur
I know.
without Micah Parsons because they were,
and it's not just Micah.
and it's not, again, totally. And everyone was singing the praises of Jeff Hafley when they had lost two in a row to the Eagles and the Panthers. And they were like, well, maybe he could just be head coach. And then they won 4 in a row. My thing is, I just don't think you can correctly evaluate this team, this organization, Matt LaFleur, without the personnel that they have.
I 100% agree.
Because I think if you came into this year knowing that Tucker Kraft, Devontae Wyatt, Zach Tom, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and Micah Parsons would all miss significant time or have their seasons ended, you would be okay with 9-6-1 at this point. True or false?
And Jordan Love
missing a game. True.
I think I would be happy.
I think you would be
in the playoffs too.
In the playoffs with all of those pieces off the board, you would 100% be happy, which is why I don't think they can do anything with Matt LaFleur. Now the question is, can you give him another long-term deal?
Bingo.
At this point, that I don't know.
Dude, Ed Policy, I don't envy him.
Because I think you make such a good point. I think this has run its course. You know the ceiling-esque of this Packers team. For example, there are no guaranteed wins in the NFL.
Nope.
Micah Parsons might not have been able to stop Derrick Henry either. They might not have beat, well, ifs and buts, whatever. They might have beaten the Chicago Bears, but they didn't. And it's like they're going to Minnesota. Like, they might not have beaten Denver even if Micah Parsons had finished that game. So nothing's guaranteed in the NFL. They might have won 11 games with Micah Parsons.
Let me just maybe end this here. When we look at Matt LaFleur's big moments, right? Like coaches, sure, you get judged on the totality of a year, but like there is something to getting a team ready. Right now, the Packers are losing on a 3-game losing streak at the end of the year. Who knows what happens? Yeah. Last year, they ended the season losing 3 in a row that included in the playoffs in the first round in Philadelphia. Now, the year prior, in 2023, he rallied his guys to go down to Dallas as the 7th seed to beat the Cowboys in Jerry's world. Incredible. Give him his flowers. But he was in 2 NFC championship games to start his tenure. And he got dog walked in San Fran. And in 2020 versus Tampa Bay, he took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. So like, has he shown signs of being able to rally his guys? Yes. But the losses, and this is where it gets tricky as a head coach, like the losses in these big games have been tough. And who knows? Maybe in a month or two, we're talking about, man, Matt LaFleur really rallied this team to go to San Fran and play in the Super Bowl. But right now, I don't know what Ed Policy does. It's going to be a huge decision. And we aren't even talking about Brian Gutekunst. Now, in my mind, I think Brian Gutekunst is safe because he constructed this roster the way it is.
He's brought guys to Green Bay.
Exactly.
He's brought name brand talent to Green Bay. I think he's absolutely safe. I'll say this. Let's just say in a hypothetical world, the Packers rest their starters for a majority of the game against Minnesota, but what they put on tape in, let's say, the first quarter looks great. Let's say they're up 14-0 and they lose the game, whatever. If they show some flashes, I'm happy. Now, let's say Chicago is the team the Packers play in the first round. And let's say, I'm still playing the hypothetical game. Let's say the number 1 seed is San Francisco. Let's say they beat the Seahawks and they're the number 1 seed. So the Packers' path would be Bears and then Niners to go to the NFC Championship. I don't hate that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
No.
I'm saying this. It's not that I don't believe in this Packers team because we've seen them win games. Denver was a gut-wrenching loss. You never thought they were going to win that game without Micah Parsons because they were just heartbroken. Chicago should have won that game. Baltimore was just bad. That was the worst of the 3. That was the first game where I was like, wow, this team is in real trouble. I just want to see them put some good stuff on tape against Minnesota. I don't care if you lose. Just make me believe that when you go to Chicago, hypothetically, you can win that game.
You make good points, Carson Fowler.
I'm just saying the NFC is wide open. The only 2 teams I would not want to see in the playoffs are the Seattle Seahawks and the LA Rams. And the LA Rams just got
not the
gashed
Niners?
because they can't run the football and their defense
Fair.
is butt. Think about the game against the Bears, 42-38.
CMC, like he's like a walking cast at this point.
Listen, he's had an unbelievable season. He's on pace for 1,000 rushing yards. Or sorry, yeah, 1,000.
But he's like
1,000
getting
rushing
injured
yards.
every
True.
every turn.
And their offensive line is without Trent Williams right now, and they don't have George Kittle. I'm just saying, I think the Packers can beat the 49ers because of the offensive firepower they have. They can hang with some teams.
No, 100%. We'll see. We'll see what Matt LaFleur does. I think he has 2 guaranteed games left.
Listen,
this
if you win,
season.
I think if you win one playoff game this year, you extend LaFleur.
I think you might be right.
But if you lose,
if you lose out, there's no way you can bring him back. If you lose 5 in a row to end the year,
I would
including
say it's
against
year. I would be like, I know Ed Policy said he didn't want to have him on a lame duck year, but give him one more year.
What if LaFleur doesn't even want it?
All right, then get out.
Very true.
I'm just saying. I say that because there are much worse organizations to be a part of than the NFL. Than Green
It's
Bay.
title time, baby.
I'm biased. I grew up watching the Packers. My grandparents are from Sturgeon Bay. You grew up in Wisconsin. I don't think it's a stretch to say that they're a top 5 organization in the NFL.
Oh no, the Packers do so much right.
I would say it's Packers, Bears, Colts, Niners. I don't know what the 5th would be.
Can I say what the Packers do well, and this correlates?
Please.
The Packers have done such a good job of moving on from a player 1 year too early than a year too late. And I wonder, with Ed Policy in position as the new Packers president and CEO of this football team, his biggest decision is looming. What he does with Brian Gutekunst and the head coach, Matt LaFleur. Will he move on 1 year too early than 1 year too late? That's yet to be seen. Will that philosophy still hold up with the head coach? We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
If I had to make a gut decision before we go to break, start over.
Okay.
But that could change next week. That could change 2 weeks. But right now, I think it's running its course.
Would you make Jeff Hafley head coach?
Would I make Jeff Hafley head coach? Learn the defense first. Figure out the defense first, buddy. All right. Well, sorry. This is like an overreaction Tuesday. So sorry to be a little negative, but some gripes watching this football team. All right. We'll wrap it up on the other side, folks. Stay with us. Welcome into WFRV Plus Sports Night. Before we wrap things up, he's Carson Fowler. I'm Kyle Malzahn. Packers, Minnesota Vikings, right here on CBS, Local 5, noon kickoff
here on CBS.
at the, I wanted to say Metrodome, or, Metrodome, right?
U.S. Bank Stadium.
U.S. Bank Stadium.
Okay, so I asked Cameron Ezier, have you ever been to that stadium?
Yes, but I went there, and it was for a baseball game. They turned U.S. Bank Stadium into a baseball diamond. Saw my Ole Miss Rebels, hotty toddy, gosh almighty. They played a tournament in Minnesota, and my wife brought me there for a Christmas present a few years back. They ended up winning the tournament. It was really cool.
Cam said that's a top 2 NFL stadium he's ever been to.
It's beautiful.
He said
I can only imagine.
He said the stadium is shaped like a ship.
Yep.
That's so cool.
And it gets loud in there.
Oh, I bet.
I can only imagine. It was really interesting.
Dude, they just handled. What, they've won 4 in a row?
4 in a row.
They're
8-8.
They beat the Lions. Who they beat last week? Or they beat the Lions on Thursday Night Football.
The Lions, because they had 3 passing yards. I didn't
and
watch
those all white, crispy uniforms.
I didn't watch the game, so I really can't say much. But
Jared Goff had 5 turnovers.
Yeah, I saw that.
2 picks and 3 fumbles.
All right, so what do you do? Let's hypothetical, since this is a hypothetical show. Jordan Love passes concussion protocol. You got your pick, Malik Willis or Jordan Love. What you doing this week?
I'm gonna give Jordan Love a quarter.
A quarter? Wow. Jeez Louise.
I think they'll give him 2 drives.
Okay.
And the Vikings like to run the football too, so I think that will be the extent of it.
Okay.
But I want to see some glimpses of what we saw in Denver.
Yeah.
Because Micah Parsons doesn't play offense.
Yeah.
So if I see what we saw in Denver in the first half, I'll be very happy.
Yeah. I basically just.
But I want no Josh Jacobs, no matter what.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Matt LaFleur approaches this. Because if you don't play the starters, you're not saying it, but you're saying it like you're punting the game. Like you're punting the game. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
But like devil on the shoulder, is that the best optics when a team's riding a 3-game losing streak heading into
That's
the
a
playoffs?
really good point. I don't know. Because a win, I think, would really energize this team.
Like,
Also, I think 10-6-1 feels a lot better than 9-7-1.
When you were 9-3-1.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that this team needs to feel a win.
Yes.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Get back in the win column.
Winning feels good, man.
Winning masks problems. And if they can mask some problems with winning into
What
the
did
playoffs.
Evan Williams say? Never
I don't
let a
know.
victory mask your problems.
Yeah, but I think it does at some
Yeah, dude,
yes.
100%.
All right. Score prediction. I'm gonna say Packers lose. I'm sorry. I just I think that they're gonna go with their backups, and as good as Green Bay can be, they just continue to get in their own way, and they have to make me believe again before I believe in them.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think
I just think this season is donezo.
I'm going to go 24-20 Vikings.
Okay, I'll go.
But it's because it's not because the Packers are going to lose the game. It's more like, well, sorry. It's because the Packers are going to lose the game, not because the Vikings are going to win.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
I'll go 27-17 Minnesota.
Got it.
Defense. Can they stop Minnesota? I don't know. We'll see.
By the way, don't forget to join us for Green and Gold Game Day right here on CBS, 10:30.
Fowler. And then leads you right up to kickoff pretty much. So stay with us. Carson Fowler, always appreciate you, my brother. It's bad. It's good. It's good being back with you, man. Love talking about with you. You're a sharp man.
I was just saying to our other coworker, Cameron Izaire, yesterday, I was working solo. Our other coworker, Brianna Reinhart, was out and about. And I said, never take special for granted because yesterday just wasn't as fun.
We're going to end on that now. Carson Fowler dropping bars. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good night.